Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So yesterday, Robert Saleh had a press conference, and by the way, I'll leave it linked down below in the description box, but he went over a couple of the injuries, some of the injured players here, and gave some updates, and I think it's really important to talk about these injuries because we are coming off the bye week, and, you know, this Sunday's game against the Patriots is absolutely massive. If the Jets win, they are in first place. Every Jet fan knows that by now, but I cannot stress how important this game is. The Jets have that tiebreaker over Buffalo, so the Bills can literally beat the Browns by 60 points. It doesn't matter. Yes, they'll have the same record, but the Jets have that tiebreaker based off of head-to-head matchups. Same with the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are on a bye week. Yes, they're 7-3, but again, based off of head-to-head, the Jets own the tiebreaker. So right off the bat, Saleh did say that Sheldon Rankins is going to be out, and it's unfortunate because Rankins has been doing a good job on the inside of the defensive line this season with depth, with rotation. He's really making a solid impact this year. And interestingly enough, the Jets actually put in a waiver claim for former first-round pick Jerry Tillery made by the Chargers a couple years ago. Unfortunately, the Jets didn't land him. I mean, that would have been totally awesome. Granted, Tillery hasn't really worked out in the NFL, but you know, upside, again, former first-round pick. There was a lot to like back at college. That would have been awesome to have, but no, Tillery ended up getting claimed by the Vegas Raiders because of record, because of that whole, you know, how the waiver process is set up. The teams with the worst record have obviously first dibs, so he was awarded to the Raiders, but you know, there's still some options on the defensive line for sure. I mean, we can maybe promote somebody off the practice squad. We can go out and sign a Linval Joseph, who actually worked out with the Jets not too long ago here. So the Jets have some options. It's not the end of the world, but again, it does suck that Rankins is going to be out. So switching over to the offensive side of the football here, Corey Davis is still day-to-day. And it's super disappointing. And I remember when he got banged up initially, it was just brutal because Breece Hall got hurt, AVT got hurt, same game. And, you know, the news breaks that both of those guys are out for the season the following day. And I felt like, you know, yes, it's absolutely horrible losing both players, both young stud players. But then Corey Davis was listed as day-to-day. It seemed like, not necessarily like it was downplayed, but it wasn't that severe. But man, I mean, we're going on weeks now without Corey Davis. So, I mean, we look at what Davis has done in this offense in the early parts of the season. I was impressed. I mean, he had some solid moments, but I will say this. In Corey Davis's absence, Denzel Mims has really stepped up. I know numbers-wise, maybe not so much, but he's really making an impact. He's coming up with big plays in critical moments. Those plays that you just need to catch the football, you have to make, he's making them. Okay, also blocking in the running game, he's been really good, really solid on the perimeter, especially down the field. And plus, just as a fan of the Jets, as a fan of Mims, I would like to see him out there more. I'm happy that he's finally getting, you know, an opportunity to prove himself this season, and it's been fun to watch. And last but not least, when we focus on the offensive line, George Fant is still not practicing. I mean, luckily, the Jets have Dwayne Brown back, starting at left tackle. They do also have Mike Remmers and Cedric Ogbuehi at the tackle position. So, you know, it's unfortunate that Fant is still banged up. He's still not practicing. Hopefully, I was really hoping that he would be back at this point, right, like for this Pats game. But, I mean, and of course, you know, the sooner the better. But it's definitely a blow that the Jets have just this many injuries stockpiling up, and it's not like it's just one week things, one week injuries. These things are lingering problems, so it's tough. And then also focusing on the offensive line, Max Mitchell. The Jets opened the 21-day practice window for Max to return, which basically means where the team has 3 weeks to activate him or he's put on season-ending IR. In other words, the team, Saleh, Joe Douglas, they're not going to put a guy or open up the 21-day window if they don't feel confident in his abilities to return. I mean, if it's going to be a rushed process, they would just, you know, continue to prolong it. But I think it's a positive sign. I know I've talked to a lot of Jets fans. You know, some of my buddies are like, man, we really need Max at this point. It'd be awesome to have him back, which I agree with. But He's a young player. The Jets have some okay depth veteran pieces. I don't want to rush a guy back. I don't want to rush a young guy back like Max Mitchell, who unfortunately missed multiple weeks his rookie season due to injury. So, personally, I'm not taking a risk. I'm rolling the dice. Play it safe. Don't be sorry, especially considering this Jets team where we have just a laundry list of injuries to begin with. Okay, so again, Rankins is out. Davis, day-to-day still. George Fant not practicing. And then Max Mitchell, some positive news that window's opened up. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.